Hello, today we're going to be talking all things sparkly as I walk you through my jewellery collection. Now, I thought I would do more of an overview, so I'm not going to touch on every single piece, as otherwise I think we might be here all day. I do have quite an extensive jewellery collection at this point, and this includes all of the jewellery I was gifted as a child, in addition to both my mum and my yaya's jewellery. Both of them have passed away, so I essentially have 3 generations of jewellery here, and I've also been really privileged and lucky to work with some of my favourite brands, so that's definitely bolstered the edit that I have. I am going to give you more of an overview and just touch on some of my absolute favorites along with close-ups of each piece. If there's anything that catches your eye that you're curious about, just drop me a comment and I'm happy to elaborate more, share where I got it from, if there's a little story behind it, and if you want a review on anything, ask away. As I know many of you might be thinking about what you're going to buy during the Black Friday sales, and personally I often use it as an opportunity to treat myself to a new piece of jewelry, as for some brands it's often the only time that they will discount their products. But yeah, I will link everything I can down in the description box as well. So let's just dive right in. So we're going to start off with the contents of my Mejuri jewelry box, as this is where the pieces I'm wearing on high rotation are. This has 3 layers to it. So on the top layer I've got my rings as well as my most worn earrings. In the second layer I have some bracelets. There's a few more bracelets and necklaces and earrings in here. And then on the final base layer I just have some necklaces in there. So we'll kind of run through and I'll just highlight some of the key pieces that I really love. So I think that might be the best way to do this. I'm going to move this over to the side. So we're going to start off with one of my favorite rings, which is the Heirloom ring from Mejuri with the garnet stone. This is in 14 karat gold. And I think the reason why I was so drawn to this is because it reminds me a lot of this ring here, which used to belong to my yaya, and I feel like it's that way that we have that sense of connection. And this is why I'm often talking about how personal style is tied back to our memories and personal experiences. So I adore that one. And very similar to that would be the checkerboard ring from Karen Walker. They sent this to me and that felt like such a special moment because I'd been coveting this ring for so many years, especially when I was younger living in Wellington. So to actually have that now on my jewelry rotation is very cool, and that is with the smoky quartz. I'd actually really like to buy another one of these so that I could stack them. Then I want to pull out a couple of rings here which are quite sentimental to me. So this first one here was my yaya's. I believe this was her engagement band, but she didn't get it until her and my papa immigrated to New Zealand. It has these really sweet little stars around the diamonds. I actually just gave this one a clean this morning, and it's a mix of white and yellow gold. And then we also have this ring here, which my mum bought in Greece, and she used to wear this every single day. It's kind of a bit of a statement with that Art Deco rib design, and then it just really sparkles a lot. And I don't actually reach for this one very often because the inside is hollow, and so I do find that I get a little bit of irritation. I've got very sensitive fingers, but I do always love reaching for that one. And then we have a whole bunch of my Linjer rings here, and I'm just thinking which ones are my absolute favorites that I want to mention. The Ilsa Ring Luxe you will have heard me talk about countless times, especially whenever I'm working with them. I always make a point of highlighting it because it is so pretty, and I love the irregular shapes of the diamonds. But then I would say probably one of my favorite recent additions is this one here. I think this is the Hala floating diamond ring. I might be wrong, put the right name on screen, but this just looks like something out of Lord of the Rings, the little floating diamonds, very dainty, very demure, very mindful. And then I also really love this ring here as well, which has the morganite stone in the center. That's also quite pretty. Oh, and finally, I guess another note on personal effects. This ring here is one that my girlfriend designed for me. She's a jeweler, and I will link her down below, Koha Jewellery, and it is my eternity band that fits underneath my engagement ring. And I quite often get asked about my engagement ring. The gold and the diamonds in it are from the original wedding engagement ring that my dad gave to my mum, so I always have that connection to her on me at all times. Then let's chat through some of the earrings here, and you can kind of see I've got a bit of a mix. We've got silver, we've got my everyday gold ones, and then I've also got some more kind of pretty elegant pearl earrings here, statement ones here, and I want to hone in on these first. So Pamela card I think just makes my favorite statement earrings ever. I absolutely love these. These are from the Athena collection, I believe. They almost look like crumpled paper. And then the silver, that beautiful high shine. And then I wear the Bayer Canon earrings quite a lot. This lovely teardrop earring with the irregular detail all over. All of the earrings in here are from Linjer, and you'll see my beloved Linjer Mathilde earrings here, which I've had for a couple of years, and they're holding up so well. These are in the gold vermeil, and they have such a beautiful organic shape here, which I think just looks so pretty on the ears. And I know those of you who have bought them have absolutely loved them. If you prefer a 14 karat gold though, they do the slightly smaller shape. I really love the scale of the original though. I just think it kind of makes a little bit more of a statement. And then they have recently released this particular style here with more of that organic shape. This is more of a hoop with a pearl drop as opposed to the original Mathilde, but very, very pretty. And here we have more of my 14 karat gold earrings, a mix of Linjer and Mejuri. And what I like about these is that I can put them in my ears and then not have to think about them. Probably my favorite are these little Huggies from Mejuri, which have the small diamonds in them. I think they are really quite elegant, and they add a little sense of luxury to every day when I've got these in, even just with a simple stud. I also really love these ones here, which have the triangular grooves in them. They feel like a statement while still being relatively small in scale on the ears. And then some of my other favorite silver earrings. These ones are from Mejuri. I think these are the Frankie hoops. I really like this style because it is flexible, so you can actually just wear it as a hoop like that, or you can attach the drop. And the interesting thing is that if you bought multiple pairs, you can actually mix and match, and that's something that I would love to do, and I'm thinking about maybe getting a pair for Black Friday. I also really love the ridge design on these ones here, which are also Mejuri too. So those are kind of my favorites from the top. Then let's move on to the second tray. And I've got some of my watches here, which I will admit I need to replace the batteries on. They're from Larson & Jennings and Rosefield. I have 3 of my favorite bangles, and this is great because they're very easy to reach for. We have this lovely little cuff, which is from Arms of Eve, and I love that organic texture to it. We have this cuff bracelet here, which has the hinge closure on the side from Monica Vinader. I really like this. I love that organic shape to the bracelet. Then we have this pearl bracelet with the silver beads in between, which is from Linjer. Some of my other favorites include this beautiful cross here, which belonged to my yaya. This has onyx stones in it, I believe. She wore this every single day, so very, very special to me. Charm necklace from Mejuri, which is great because you can attach little charms here on this link and kind of really customize it to you. I also love the detail on the chain too because it's slightly more robust. This one's in a 14 karat gold. These little Saz hoops from Adornment I think are gorgeous. They have such a brilliant little shine to them, and I also really appreciate that they're a mix of gold and silver. So then we have this lovely little chain bracelet, which is from Arms of Eve, and I love how chunky and hefty this is. It has a little diamantes. This one is in a gold vermeil, and actually I should have mentioned this one is gold vermeil too, as is this bracelet from Monica Vinader. And then final piece that I will kind of highlight from here, which I have been wearing a little bit, are these pearl drop earrings from Francesca Jewellery. And I feel like of all of the pearl earrings that I have, these ones make the biggest statement because they do have this quite bold gold drop. Those are gold vermeil. So if you prefer a solid gold, I'd recommend the other styles that are a little bit more dainty from Linjer. And then moving on to the final tray, which features some of my necklaces here. And this one, actually, I really need to wear this. I think because it's in the bottom, I sometimes forget. This one is from Pamela Card, and it almost looks like a fossilized shell. And I think that is so special. We've seen a lot of this sort of shape recently in jewelry, and just adds a lot of texture. Really, really great worn with something black as well because it really pops. And this one here is from Flash Jewellery. It's just on a rope chain, and it does have that really nice organic shape. If you love sort of the type of jewelry styling from the row, then you'll probably appreciate this. I really want to get something similar to this from a brand called Dauphine. I'm gonna put a little photo on screen. Then we have a few of my other favorites. Oh my gosh, this necklace here is so gosh darn pretty. It almost looks like sparkles as you move it. The way it catches the light is absolutely brilliant. It is a really fine chain. This one's from Linjer, and I mean, yeah, beyond beautiful. And then finally, a couple of necklaces here that are both from Vinader. I really love these. I think they are so pretty because they have the little gold vermeil coated beads, and then you also have the pearl beads, and on this one we've got the little red stone beads. Really lovely. They feel a little bit more beachy, and I tend to reserve wearing these ones for the summertime. Okay, so let's put those back, and we'll grab the trays that sit in the wardrobe. First one that we've got here has a whole slew of necklaces in here. So these are the ones that I'm still wearing, but I'm not wearing them as on high rotation as the other ones in the Mejuri jewelry box. So we'll start at the top end here. We've got a couple of necklaces which are both from Pamela Card. I'm just gonna pop this here. So this one here has the belcher closure, which I really like because you can wear it either at the back or at the front. And I like wearing it at the front because you do have the different sized chain. This one is in a gold vermeil, and then this other one here has the coin pendants. And I really love kind of this attention to detail that Pam puts into all of her pieces, and they all feel quite kind of otherworldly and ancient in a way. I do have a couple of necklaces that belong to Mum. I had one too, but mine snapped. These are from Karen Walker, and they're sterling silver, and then they have little diamonds. These are daisy chain necklaces. I mean, this is basically the adult version of a daisy chain necklace. So pretty, and I really need to give this a proper clean. I did give it a little bit of a clean when I pulled it out of storage, but I need to give it a bit more so it has a really nice shine to it. Now this necklace here is really quite special to me because it was one that belonged to my mum. It actually could house a little photo in there, and I don't know if Mum had one in there at some point, but the back did crack when I was younger, though I don't really think that matters. It's not really that obvious. But my mum used to wear this all the time. It is a really long chain, so it feels quite dramatic in a way. And yeah, this was again one of those pieces she had on almost every single day, especially throughout my childhood. This is another one of those pieces that is really special to me. This was given to me by my dad. It's an ankh. This one's an 18 karat gold piece. He also, at the same time that he bought this, I think he might have had it made, he also got a matching ring. So one that I've had since I was a child and will keep and cherish forever. Then we have this necklace here, which was a collaboration that Assembly Label did, and I absolutely adore this. I love the mix of the larger and the small beads. I never reached for this, and I don't know if it's because of the slightly smoky watercolor feel of the beads, but I really want to. It is so pretty, and one of those things that I don't think I could ever bear to part with. All right, we'll move on to the second tray here, which has a few more necklaces, mostly earrings, and some bracelets, in addition to one of my favorite bracelets. And of course, we're gonna highlight this bracelet first because it is just one of my favorite pieces. It just doesn't fit in my jewelry box. This one is from Mejuri, and it is just the most beautiful shape. It has such a statement impact whenever I'm wearing it, especially if I have on more of a minimal outfit. I love the way that it curves. If you can't tell, I'm really drawn to these more organic shapes in jewelry, especially at the moment. I do have another really lovely cuff here. This one is from Jewellery. This also has that slightly organic quality to it as well. So go figure. As you can tell, I've got a type. Here are a couple of my gold bracelets. So this one belonged to my mum. She bought this one for me for my 21st birthday. She also had the exact same one, so now I have hers. Hers is a little bit more damaged than mine because she would wear it gardening and all sorts, but this one is, I believe it's 18 karat gold. It's from Greece, and I don't wear it that often, especially not in videos because it is very noisy. So you can imagine that would just drive the mic crazy. Then this bracelet here is another gold one. This was given to me by my nonna, and it's just a really pretty piece. I have a bunch of gold vermeil bracelets here. So Vinader tends to do the styles that I like the most, I really love their chains, as they're always quite interesting. I've got a few of them at this point, and they make for a really nice stack. We have a few pairs of my Yaz earrings here, and I haven't actually worn these, but I do want to give them a little clean so then I can. These ones with the little flowers and the rubies in them, so pretty. And then these ones here, which are again that kind of floral element, but with the black onyx stone. Some of my bolder jewelry pieces, which I tend to reserve for when I'm going out. These ones, are they Roxanne Asulin? I can't quite remember, but I got these from a partnership I did with Net-a-Porter. Then we have this other pair which I bought from Timeless Pearly, and I absolutely love them, but I will say I do feel like this charm element was kind of poorly constructed. So they're ceramic beads, and then this one here has the rhinestones on it, and then on the other side, because they're really chunky hoops, which I love, the other side was pearls. But this particular hook, it doesn't really fit properly on the earring, so I hardly ever wear them. And then I also have, which I will rarely wear these are ear cuffs from Marni. So I bought these when they were on sale. I love the little stone detail on them. I really like the way that these look. However, the thing for me is that they're really heavy and they do fall off my ears. So that's the problem with ear cuffs, is that they aren't hyper practical. I have a lot of great jewelry pieces from Elk, which do beautiful clothing, which includes this sort of geometric black long necklace. I also have this statement necklace piece with the blue plating here, and then the olive mesh chain strap, and these gorgeous oversized beaded hoops in bronze. Stunning, really fun costume jewelry. Then one of the final things I might mention from here is this necklace, which is from Karen Walker. This was given to me by my uncle for my 21st birthday. They're chrysanthemums, and I love it just as much now as I did back then. Again, this is just something that needs a clean. Silver jewelry is great, but you need to make sure that you are giving it a bit of a polish so that it stays looking fresh. Oh, and if you're wondering what these are, I love collecting pins. I've got a bunch here. So I've got a bunch of Pokemon ones, and I must have a Charmander somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is. I have these ones here. This was like a David Bowie cat pin. This one here I got from Ruby in Wellington. I love pandas. I used to have this on my coat all the time. And then I think at some point I might have replaced it with this little black cat pin, which I suspect when my daughter realizes I have this, she's probably going to be stealing it from me. Then I guess we can make our way through some of my more sentimental jewelry pieces. I won't be able to link any of these below, but you can get a little peek at some of the memories that I have in my personal collection. So this ring here belonged to my mum. This was her engagement band from my stepdad. I did have it resized at one point when we were waiting for the ring design for my engagement ring for my husband. It's quite a solid chunky ring. Gosh, putting that on my finger, I'm having flashbacks to my mum wearing it. A really stunning ring with white gold and then gold on it. Very special to me, and I do occasionally put that on. In here we have a mix of the jewelry that I received as a child and also that I bought as a teenager, and then some of the things that belong to my mum. Actually, this charm bracelet was a gift from my nonna, and every year for my birthday she used to take me down to Michael Hill and I get to select a new charm. Really cool, something I can't wait to give to my daughter when she's a little bit older. Then in here, you can see it's a bit of a jumbled mess. I really loved Stolen Girlfriends Club for jewelry, and I was very much into silver jewelry when I was younger just because that was kind of what was in my budget. I didn't really have the budget to spend on 14 karat, 18 karat gold, and I don't feel like gold vermeil was as prevalent back then. It was either costume jewelry, flash plated jewelry, or real gold. This here was given to me by my stepdad's mother after a trip to Greece. It is turtles. I think I must have been 11 or 12 at the time when she gave this to me. I think it's 18 karat gold. I mean, it looks so shiny. And I believe she got this when she went to Zakynthos. So very sweet. Quite youthful, that one. with these lovely little pearl drop earrings, which I think Mum must have given me at some point, and I wore these a lot. They have that trumpet shape. I wore them a lot for special occasions. You see here Mum's bracelet that matched mine. The heart is a little bit beaten and battered. These drop earrings were a real thing. You can see I've got a few of them here. Those ones belong to me, those were Mum's. This here was one of Mum's necklaces, and honestly this chain, it annoys me to no end because it is so impossible to get to lay flat. This has the anchor on it with the little diamonds in it. Mum also used to wear this one every single day, and I think probably it had even more meaning and value to her after she learnt to sail. I'm just thinking what else I can share from you in here. If you are Greek, you'll probably be quite familiar with one of these, the little nameplates that you get after you're christened. This was given to my nonna as well. We'll move on to some of the other pieces. In here I've got some of the earrings I wore for special occasions when I was a child. So we have my little cross earrings. I think my yaya gave these ones to me, and these are gold. And then she also gave me these ones here, which she got in Greece, and there's a matching necklace for them somewhere, which are hoops with the turquoise stone. And I loved wearing these. And of course my Marni, there's another one lying around somewhere as well. Hang on, there's something in here. Oh, hello, here we go. Here's the necklace. This is all a jumble in here, but here is the necklace that matches those earrings. And here is my Greek cross, which I was baptized with. And then this here, this needs an absolute clean, but this is a necklace that I bought the very first time that I went to Paris. And it's really funny because I seem to have some sort of memory as to where the shop was, and I dragged my husband there when we went to Paris for the very first time. Most of the rest of what is in here, I believe, is costume jewelry. I know that this necklace here is a real pearl necklace because I remember going and buying this at the shop with my stepdad for my mum's birthday one year. I'm not sure about the others. I think they might be costume jewelry. I do have more. You can really tell I love pins. I've got a whole bunch of them here. I used to love putting these on. I used to love putting these on my coats. And then, oh, iconic. Look at this. I used to wear these earrings every single day. Again, another thing that needs a real polish up, but these are from Karen Walker, little heart earrings. Finally, there's just a few things in here. Not too much. So when I turned 21, in addition to the chain bracelet that Mum got me, she gave me this as a surprise. So the chain bracelet was a request. This one was unexpected. A bangle that snaps shut and also has the chain, so it's not gonna fall off your wrist. And it has white gold, yellow gold, and rose gold on it. So quite nice, as you can really mix things up. I also have this box chain necklace, which is from Mejuri, and I always thought this was gold vermeil, but I believe it's actually 14 karat gold, and this has been such a wonderful piece to have in my collection. I'm not sure how it ended up in here. I'm gonna have to put this in somewhere else so that I don't forget about it. APM Monaco, this is so fun. I never wear this, but I think maybe if it was in a different color, but really, really fun, these little teddy bear gummy pieces. Then we've got another jewelry piece, which is from Greece. So Mum had actually originally bought me this for my 21st birthday, but at the time I was really, really busty. And I felt quite self-conscious about wearing something that had a lariat style drop pendant. And now I probably would wear something like this. It's quite feminine and youthful, but I feel like now that this would be more so something that I could wear, as I am a couple cup sizes smaller than I used to be. So that is probably the final piece that I think that's in here that is kind of special that I want to highlight. And yeah, that is sort of an overview of my jewelry collection. So that is a little look at my jewelry collection. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me, because I know that this would have been a long one. It was really nice going through and also just revisiting some of the jewelry pieces which have kind of been in hibernation, as I do tend to rotate through the same ones on repeat. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you do have any questions down in the comment section, and I will see you next week with a brand new one. See you very soon. Bye.